Hello guys. Tonight I am just me because the other members of the team actually encountered some issues, so it's just me tonight. I will. Sanremo is not finished yet. We have the the general ranking that has to be delivered by the three hosts, and I'm sorry if you see me a little bit tired, but it was really long. So 28th place Setu, 27th Shari, pretty much the same for now as it was yesterday night. Will, Sali, hello. No, 24 OLLY. Gianmaria, and pretty much all the youngsters are actually in the bottom. 22nd Cugini di Campagna. Well, I think that 28 is okay, but they should not a lot of interval acts. But yeah. Colla Zio, 20th. Gassman, 19th. Gianmaria is okay. Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree. 17th, articolo 31. 16th, Ariete. I think that the televote actually changed a little bit, but I'm not sure. I don't remember Elodie was in which position he was. No, 14th, Paola e Chiara. They didn't change. Moda above Paola and Chiara. Oh my gosh, this is bad. 12th, Gianluca Grignani. Come Cosa just outside of the top 10. I don't agree with that. I would like them to be in 11, like in the top 10, I think. Georgia, top 10. Elodie, 9th. That's so bad. Con la pesce di Martino dropped a lot. Rosa Chemical, 7th. Quite good. 6th place. Madame. Hi Vincent. Hello. Yes, Rosa is 7th. Tananai is in top 5, yes. But I don't think he's winning. Yeah, Tananai 5th. I agree, it was pretty good live. I liked it. Lazza 4th. Biggest jump of the night. Ultimo Baby 2nd and Marco 1st. Yeah. But yeah, no. These results are bad. At least Marco is first, I would say, because Ultimo being 2nd is not it. I'm sorry. For me, I think. Like, this top 5 would be great, I think, with just Madame, I would say, in the top, or Elodie, but Elodie 9th is a rob. I am really disappointed about the top 10, I would say. I would swap Ultimo and Tananai with maybe Elodie and Madame. Madame would be top 5 material, but I don't know what happened with Elodie. I just feel that she delivered so much tonight on stage. Yeah, I quite feel a little bit disappointed, but we know that I think that it's already pretty clear that Marco is going to win. Tomorrow he will Yeah, this was the ranking of all the nights together. Yes. Um, but yeah, I would say that it was quite a little bit of this disappointing for me, at least. Um, so yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I like Tananai as well. I really do. But there's a thing that there were actually songs that could be top five and were not in the end. Like I think I think that both Madame and Elodie actually did a great job in order to be in the top 10. And I think that Lazza's position, either he is in the top four, in the top five, sorry, but at the end he would have been great as like a runner-up or something like that. Um, uh, so who are through to tomorrow and Saturday? Like everybody's through. There is no elimination in Sanremo. But yeah, tomorrow there will be a cover night. So all the 28 artists will be joined by other artists in order to compete again. And they will actually compete one against the other with a cover of a song that they like, that it can be either in English, not just, they can be either in every single language actually. So yeah, also the points of that night will count. Tomorrow, I'm not sure about the vote. I think it's like every single jury is going to vote. So both the Moscopic um, and the Sala Stampa will vote, but also the public. But I'm not sure. I have to check. Vincent, you liked it, and I liked it tonight. I liked it more. It's such a Sanremo song, so it's good, but yeah, it's not my favorite overall. And then Ultimo got a huge amount of votes, yes, because is Ultimo, of course. But I'm pretty sure that we are going with Marco. So Mr. Rain Ultimo come through. Yes, again, like it actually showed what we saw today on Spotify. Marco was actually the first most streamed artist in Italy, and then Ultimo was second, and Mr. Rain was third. So this pretty much explains pretty well the top three. And I would say that also Lazza achieving top four, it means that it was ranked pretty high also in the televote in order to stay up there. Because if I remember correctly, Lazza was like sixth or something like that. So he achieved a lot of votes as well. Samuel, you need coffee. Yeah, I actually need coffee. Like I have been like I think I have maximum 4 hours of sleep in my body, and I am depriving myself of sleep, and yeah, I also cannot actually talk louder because my roommates are sleeping, and it's like 2 a.m. Samuel, what do you think that they should back? No, what do you think that they should back to Division Giovanni and Gannett? Is it because after Young or most very well? It is not always like that. There have been years in which the Giovanni were actually ranked pretty high, most of all by the Sala Stampa. But yeah, I don't understand why. Like I think that I have like a ranking here. I did my ranking here of both. I did like song, performance, and outfit. But yeah, I ranked the Giovanni as like mid or either good, not extraordinary, but usually good. And yeah, and I think that maybe they could do it, but I think that this format works better because Sanremo's Giovanni is actually something like different, and it crowns the winner of that contest, and then we have other additional artists that may join to the Sanremo big stage, and I think that is a great opportunity for younger artists as well. So they all perform in the final. Yes, they and like once there was like an elimination during the first two nights, but now all the songs will get through the final, and all the ranking will be merged. Hi, Riad. This in Italian means what the hell is this top? What the hell is this ranking? I kind of agree, actually. I'm a little bit disappointed by some results because Elodie was not of ninth place. Elodie was amazing this night, or I don't know, like I think that Ultimo did not deserve top five at all. But it's of course my taste. Is of course um, my subjective tastes, and um, and yeah, that's it. And then I think Madame deserves the top five, and Mr. Rain deserved the top five as well because his song is so beautiful. I think so. There were some robberies, but also I can see some adjustments have been made as well. But still, Marco is first. He was first with the Sala Stampa, and I think probably that it was first also with the public and the demoscopic jury. Of course, it would be great to have the separate points, the separate division of the points. And yeah, like in order to understand a little bit better how the demoscopic and the public actually voted. But yeah, that was it. Uh, Italian televote and demoscopic like the conservative ballots, and I did old as well. Well, I can see what you're saying. Usually, the ones who vote in Sanremo are not the youngsters. Like youngsters do not usually take the phone out and spend their own money in order to vote. I can see like older people doing it personally. So yeah, maybe the televote is a little bit like that, but the demoscopic is usually quite in line with the general idea, the general format. Uh, wow, that was a long 5 hour night. I wonder if it's record long or they had no, they had longer in the past, and the final will be even longer. The final will finish roughly around 3 a.m. most probably. Um, yeah, yeah, that's it. Uh, Me, for example, think Shari was vocally very good. Yeah, it was quite better than the semifinal. I need Colapesce Di Martina and Madame to be in the top five again. For many people, it's like that. I think that Madame could be top five. I think that if she nails tomorrow's performance, she will be top five as well. But the real disappointment for me was Elodie, that is always ranked so high in the Sala Stampa usually, and then she is tanked by the televote, even if she's the biggest female artist in Italy. And so no, my sadness to those who I didn't like on the first night. I started to like more. Yeah, like it's always like that with Sanremo. In Sanremo, you will usually like songs with more listens. Like the first impression is always erroneous. La sala stampa è più affidabile del pubblico a Sanremo. The sala stampa, so the press is usually more yeah, reliable than the public, and I kind of agree. I think that the press is usually more acquainted with good music rather than the public. The public votes for big names, and the press is there in order to actually, make us understand that apart from big names, we have good music and not just big names. How can Ultimo be so high? Well, a lot of people like him. Yeah, yeah. But the problem with Ultimo is the problem with Ultimo is that his songs are quite similar one to the other. So it's just that for me, they are a little bit boring. There are like really not a lot of songs by Ultimo that I like. I have to be honest. I love Alba, but I don't see it in the top three. Same. Is Aquila performing tomorrow? I think he's performing either tomorrow or on Saturday, but I don't remember. But he will surely perform on the smaller stage. Yeah, Ultimo is all age demographics, and he represents the Italian raw passion that many people like myself. But I think that ultimately Marco Mengoni actually represents the Italian public tastes more than Ultimo. That's I think, and I also sorry, and I also think that it's a better option for Eurovision, and yeah, like that song is a crescendo, and Marcos delivers it so well and perfectly, whereas Ultimo is sometimes is unreliable, like is sometimes can be unreliable for vocal performances. People just voted for their favorite artists regardless. Everyone in the top five is popular. Kind of. Elodie is not popular. Madame Elodie is really popular, sorry, but is not in the top five. There are other really popular artists like Georgia or LDA or Levante that are really really popular, but they are not in the top five. Or either Paola Chiara. I was shocked that they were so low. Regardless, like they're huge fandom. I think that the Moscovic was the one that really hurts Madame and Colpescini Martino. Could be. I agree. È una lagna. Does anyone notice Anna Oxa perform better on the first night than today? Well, it's a great vocalist, but the song is really meh for me. So I learned, and it was really late. So like the last like 8 songs, the last 8 performances, I was like, can we please stop? I cannot even more because they actually, I think that they did not do a great running order. They put a lot of ballads towards the end, and they put also youngsters to do towards the end. So of course it's great for share because in the first portion of the night you want to have up to like 11. You want to have famous and good artists, so you reach a good share and good figures, viewing figures. But putting everyone is not consistent or is not loved by the public last makes it really long and boring. Tonight was a little bit boring, I would say. Like the last portion, the first one was great up to, I would say, Kamikaze or Leo Gassman. It was great as well. uh, yeah, sadly, this is sad. Mm-mm. I like Ultimo, but it is his first song I've ever listened to. Yeah, you should listen to also other songs by him, and you will actually recognize the same touch. He has the same touch in pretty much everything. Do you think Mr. Rain can actually win Televote over Mengoni Ultima? I wouldn't be shocked. Like, yeah, it could be, but I think Mengoni has it. I think Mengoni has it. Like everybody is really, a lot of people like him and like the song, regardless of the artist as well. There are a lot of people also from the Euro fandom that loves it, and I think it will be a great, great, great representative for Eurovision. I was hoping for an Alca's bad press result to be pushed up by the television. No, no. It's like the song is really outdated, and even if she has great vocals, many locals and many people here in Italy just consider it as the past, and not as representative uh, of the Italian music anymore. But Mr. Rain would not be able in Eurovision performs with kids, of course, yes. But he will perform alone, I think, and it would be appealing as well. I love her. I love the song. I think it's a great song, regardless of the children or not. Yeah, this is a little bit sad. I want at least Madame to be on the podium and on top five. Or I still believe Elodie can actually reach like sixth or seventh position, but the public really thanked her. I think so, guys. Okay. Okay, yes, she used to be punk in '70s. Listen to her song "Fatela con me." So in a way, she's sent back to her roots. But I love her regardless. Talent is what matters. Yeah, talent is what matters, but also songs are what matters because Sanremo and Eurovision are festivals of the songs and not just the artist or talent. You can have great talent, but also really bad songs. And Sali is not the best song. Yeah. When was the last time a woman won Sanremo? I think it was Nina Zilli. Could be. Let me check. I think it was Nina Zilli in 2010. Hmm? I don't remember. 2014. Oh, with Arisa, yes. All top three were were women. Yeah, I remember. I remember. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So, guys, what I wanted to ask you is actually to ask you here in the comments who you liked more. Um, who you liked more from tonight, and who do you think had better performances overall than the first two nights? What do you think? I'm going to show a little bit of comments, so just feel free to text and to write comments. I really would like to have an interaction with you because I'm alone tonight and I cannot speak with my companions. Mhm. Lazza. Okay, let's talk about it. Lazza was great. I have to agree. Lazza was amazing tonight. A really great, um, a really great performance. And I think that, um, in general, the public actually put him at. I would say that Lazza became at least top four in the public vote because in the end it was like sixth or seventh. I don't remember like the first general ranking, but it was like really, really, really like it was sixth or something like that, and it was put up by the tele. I'm really, really, really happy about that. I think Ultimo was better with the piano. Like as always, he's better with the piano because the piano gives him energy. Lads and Common Cause are amazing. I love them. They are not in my top five. They probably are not even in my top 10. No, maybe top 10, yes, but lower top 10. But I think that there is something about that song that makes it really appealing and really interesting to watch. I want to say that the Levante was much better than the first night. Yes, still not the best vocalists. Not the best vocalist, but the song slaps. So I think it's a good song, and I think that she was ranked quite low. Levante was better, yes. Marco, and too bad Leo Gassman didn't get a good place. Well, Leo was good, but he was not amazing. Marco on the other side was amazing, and I think that Marco is really a contender for the win at this moment. Tomorrow he will sing with a gospel choir. And choirs are really, really appealing to pretty much everyone. So it was also a strategic choice, I would say. Yes, Lazza had to be fourth. I think that Lazza could be either third or second. I would love him to win, but it's almost impossible for him to win at this moment, I think. The only other contenders that could actually win are maybe Ultimo or Mr. Rain. But yeah, like everything can be possible. Everything can be possible, as we saw in 2019 with Mahmoud, or let me remember in 2020 as well. Diodata was not ranked first, it was Francesco Gabbani, but in those occasions it was the Sala Stampa, it was the press that actually changed the results in the end. I think Georgia was a bit better, but I see public. No, Georgia was amazing live, like vocally speaking, but the song is still a big no from me. I'm sorry. So, Sam, what do you think of the classification? It was a little bit, as I was saying before, it was a little disappointing because some of the favorites, my favorites, but also in general, like the favorites, have been ranked quite low. Like I was talking about Elodie before, or even Paola Chiara. Or Paola Chiara is a bop, super bop. I love it. I have been listening to that song for the whole day, pretty much. Um, Elodie and Madame out of the top five. Mm, And also Colapesce di Martino were tanked a little bit, but I think that Musica Leggerissima was better than Splash. So yeah, Marco was the only one with standing ovations. Yeah, yeah, with a real one, yes. But yeah, but because he's a favorite, and the song is appealing, guys. We can say that it's a ballad, and we have already saw it. But of course, it's in this case we can see a good song. I would not say an astonishing song. It's a good song. I like it, but being elevated a lot by the artist. In this case, is the artist that is elevating 100% the song, and it kind of makes it his own out of everything, you know. I'm curious what was exactly today Rose was telling. And yeah, I want to. I usually uh, Amadeus changed a little bit the voting system. So last year we had like I think that the demoscopic tonight and the televote only in the final. So we discovered the demoscopic and the televote results differently. Mm-mm. By the way, I love Gianluca's message of his back nowhere. Exactly what we need. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate gestures like that, but I think it was a little bit, emphatic. It was really, yeah, it was at the end, it was a really good thing. It was a really good message. Madame, I love her. I like Will Batista's bottom, as many other Giovanni's ones. I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of artists that rank so high is only because of the fans voting without thinking about the actual quality of the songs, because a lot of them are not that great. If you just do not take into consideration Marco, I kind of agree with you. At least for Ultimo and at least for Ultimo, I would say. But I also appreciate that the public also loved Lazza being fourth and pretty liked Madame, even if she was not in the top five. This year, Marco have no real contenders because Georgia chose maybe wrong song. Maybe, but I think that Georgia was never a contender. She was like the really good vocalist that we knew she could do good, but of course with other songs and other artists, it was really difficult for her to win. Can Madame still win? Of course, everybody. I think in the top 7 or 8 can still win and pull out of Mahmoud 2019, I think. But yeah, mm, the obvious one is that Marco is going to win because he topped both the Sala Stampa and in this case, I think he topped also the demoscopic and the public vote. I think that the public vote actually just like ranked him so high that it was almost impossible for Ultimo to reach him. Were the children of Mr. Ring song actually singing live, or I think it was pre-recorded? They didn't have a microphone. I didn't see it, and maybe they had it like under the shirts, but I didn't see it. I actually like Ollie today. I guess I love Holly's songs as well. Yes, he's really cute, and the song is a bop. So Polvere, so it's great. If I should choose a song just by judging the lyrics, it would be Grignani. It's like, yeah, but no one chooses the song by choosing the lyrics. Like the song has to be appealing, and Grignani's. I would say that Grignani's song was the least appealing in the first half, with LDA as well. LDA. Yes, Marco deserves the number one spot, and also Lazza and Tananai, mainly talking about Ultimo and others. I love Tananai. I love Tananai. I love Lazza. Ultimo is just not my cup of tea. I love a big ballad, a good ballad, but the way Ultimo actually writes ballads is just boring for me. It's just a little bit. Everybody's actually telling me, "Oh, Ultimo songs are full of soul and joy and emotion." I don't see it. I may be the only one, but I don't get hyped around Ultimo, sadly. I thought it was pretty recorded, but tonight I saw two microphones standing in front of them. So, oh, okay. So if you saw it, I believe you. What do the winners get? Some kind of big amount of money? Well, not at all. Like, I don't know. Like, they win Sanremo, and usually winning Sanremo is associated with, you know, really big achievements in your career. And it is like a winning a Grammy for Italian artists. So yeah, and it's also minorly speaking, it's going to like it gives you the opportunity to represent your country in Eurovision. But other than that, you are actually called and invited to the majority of Italians TV shows, and late shows. Okay, I just saw it. This was the same. Uh-huh. Do you know the last time the winner got first in all juries in the public? Last year. Last year, Mahmoud and Blanco topped every single jury and public votes last year. Viva Madame, I loved her. I think Voce was stronger, but also Il Bene nel Male is a great song. Marco is only who can win in Eurovision, a lot of jury vote. Yeah, exactly. I think that Marco could actually be a contender for a probable win in the juries. Um, yeah, yeah, I like it. I love Marco and I love his discography, and so I love also this song. So I would be quite quite happy with Marco winning. Yes, that's it. Exactly. This is what I wanted to say. They get exposure, and yeah, of course, they get money. I don't get the voting system lacks transparency too. No, it doesn't lack transparency. There are three juries, like three modalities of votes. There is a press center that is usually made up of music experts. Then there is a demoscopic jury, um, and that represents like there are like 300 people, I would say, if I remember correctly. Um, that actually represent pretty much the all the age groups in Italy, and then there is the public vote. So the first two nights is just sala stampa, so press. The third night is demoscopic and public. The third night I think is one third each, and the final as well, if I remember correctly. But I'm not sure about the last um, two nights. Shari was that she wasn't, but I I I liked her. She's not in my top 10, but I quite liked her, and she improved a lot from yesterday night. So I think she was pretty good tonight. About Sanremo is that I think some of the acts after finding out their low ranking don't try very hard on the fall. Maybe, maybe. But it's not. It usually doesn't happen because usually when you go to Sanremo, it's just a privilege that you are there, and you are actually being watched by more than 10 million people of people. So it's just that you're there, you're getting exposure, you're getting attention, and that's what many people like, and many artists like about Sanremo, even if they finish last or they are ranked low. And yeah, I'm really sorry, guys, if I'm not energetic as usual. But I really have like 3 hours of sleep in my body, and yeah, I think everyone wait what Loren's show in Melody Festival because odds Ukraine is just political. I can imagine Marco. It's just political. I can imagine Marco can win Eurovision. I didn't quite get the comment. Do you think Marco can win Eurovision? What do you think about meeting? It's great. I love it, and I really happy that he's placing high, also in the televote. I love it. I really love it. It's just like that campy and you know crazy stuff that we need in Sanremo, like Achille Lauro did. Yeah, I did one. I have Marco as my captain, Paola Chiara, that are currently actually one of the with the most points. And then I have Colapesce Di Martino and OLLY and Setu could be. I don't remember like the OLLY. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure about Setu. I think I put Will, but I wanted Setu. Like Setu is great. One of the things I like about Sanremo is the artists are allowed to change their looks on the next day, but in Eurovision they have to look exactly the same. Like Sanremo is not just a music competition; it's also a showcase. It's like a really good showcase. So people, so artists usually actually deliver also a lot visually, as Elodie does I mean, yes, Marco can win Eurovision because yet is nothing much great. Well, there are already good songs. I would say Norway is a great song, Spain is a great song, Czech Republic as well, and Slovenia. I can agree they should find a way to visualize the different vote shares for the general public to understand. In Eurovision, the voting is the climax of the share. Yeah, it's quick, but in on the final is it has a lot of suspense as well. Lanya sings with Eros Ramazzotti tomorrow. If he could win, no, no, no. He will not win. Marco is too strong this year. I think is too strong. I'm sorry. And I think that the duet will be ranked low by maybe if the Sala Stampa votes tomorrow, it will be ranked low by them, but I'm not sure. Respect time, but did Amanda say after Maneskin performed that he's happy that he had a small role to play in the club? I didn't catch that. I didn't catch it, but I know that he is really happy about that, and he considers him as like an artistic father to them. I want Sherry to come last only because she's my fantasy. She's in my fantasy. But well, she isn't it a malus for your mark? We'll have to slash 40 seconds from the song. Not easy. Yeah, but I think that he can do it. I think that he can actually um, shorten a little bit the second verse or the second portion of the song, and then have a bigger climax in the end. Because right now the first like um, the first portion and the second portion of the song are really similar, and then there is a big climax in the end with the last chorus. I think that one of the two sections can be shortened a little bit, and then we can have a bigger an even bigger climax coming sooner. And I'm sure, like, he has a really good team, production team behind him, and I think that he can shorten the song as much as he wants. Yeah, this is true, but I fear that Georgia is too low for ever for like he's really low. She's really low right at the moment. Elodie was and Elodie is too low as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hear him saying anything like that. Tonight he was busy telling their achievements. Yeah, yeah. I'm only the beginning and kind of really want to understand that stand-up comedian yesterday and what made him so angry that he had to strip. Let's not talk about that. It's too late, and, and my English capabilities are not strong enough. You can cut the second chorus just before the third chorus. Yes, could be an option. Yeah, I just don't want Ultimo to go to Eurovision. It would be so bad. Like it would be boring, and we would. I think we would have the worst result ever for Italy. Like the worst result in years. We would be for sure outside of the top 10 with Ultimo. With Marco, we could be top 10. The best choice would be Lazza for me, or even Madame or Elodie. Yeah, no, don't know about that. Don't know about like I would. I think it would be really mid, like between 18th and no 20th and 15th position, but not last. It's not a last song. I have a good night. I think that in some minutes, yeah, I think too. Marco has it in the bag, and I'm really happy about that because it's also really symbolic. He came back to Sanremo after 10 years and with a really good song that I think is better than L'essenziale, and nothing. And Italy is actually awarding him again the love and respect that he really deserves. I also think Mark is appealing to everyone at first listen. Help is a song that you have to listen more often to really like. As yeah, I really agree with that. They can change it. They can change it, and they can actually um, modify the song, but it's something that usually doesn't happen because the artist is usually um, actually evaluating and taking into consideration the opinions of the public. So the public, if the public actually want him to go with that song, it is right for them, for the public to go with that song, like for the artist to go with that song. It looks better, yeah. Good night. Yeah, it is better than l'essenziale. I wouldn't go again with a male ballad for Italy. Yeah, but that's what we are getting, sadly, for many people. But I'm really happy because I think that if a ballad is constructed well and the singer is putting an effort in delivering it, it's the best music that we have. No, no, come on, it was really great. It was good. But anyway, guys, I think that if you have any other comments or suggestions that you want to share, that is the time to do it, because in in a moment I'm going to wrap it up because it's really late and I'm just really tired. I need to sleep a little bit. Um, Mark is better than Bridget. It was more about hype for Mahmood. Bridget, brividi, I think in this case. Brividi, I mean brividi. I love my ballads, me too. And I really don't care if we send them a woman or a man, because I just really evaluate the song, and if a song is good, it's good if either performed by a woman or by a man. Are you talking about the comedian? Okay, so guys, I'm going to wrap it up for me for tonight. It's already 40 minutes, so I think well, let's have the last comment. Will tomorrow's cover night vote be added to the general ranking, or is no, no, will be add. Everything will be add up to the final, and then we will have a top five, and then with the top five, we will reset pretty much all the votes, and we will vote again. Figone, I don't know. Figone in Italian means really handsome person, and I am a really handsome person. But tonight is not it. I'm really tired. Yeah, I have to sleep because tomorrow I have to do a lot of things before the live tomorrow night. Tomorrow I will have some companions for sure. I will not be alone. But yeah, you're welcome. I hope that I have entertained you a little bit and you could actually, be able to talk about Sanremo and express your own opinions. So thank you. Good night. I will just end the live by saying that if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. We cover pretty much all the national finals um, for the Eurovision Song Contest. We are going live both tomorrow night and on Saturday for Sanremo, and we are going to be live also during the press conference in which the winner of Sanremo will actually confirm if he or she is going to the Eurovision Song Contest in 2023 in May. But yeah, we follow a lot of national finals. We create content about the Eurovision every single day. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media. And yeah, just thank you so much for actually joining me tonight, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Ciao, arrivederci.